Hey guys, it's Camille, also known as Bashful Bibliophile. Okay, so I haven't posted in a while. Yeah, I know, it's a problem. Like all summer, didn't post, and it's been like a month into the school year and I still haven't posted, and yeah, that's all on me. I let myself get swarmed up in with all my schoolwork. I took chemistry over the summer, so all that piled in and I didn't give enough time to reading or making videos. I honestly don't even know when I'm gonna have time to edit this video, but I honestly really like doing this, so I'm going to keep making videos no matter what, but they might be a little bit more spaced out. I want to make at the very least one a month, the minimum, so hopefully I can get to that. But anyway, this isn't an I'm sorry for not posting video. It is a video on my favorite books about superheroes. So recently, specifically over the summer, I went through a phase of only wanting to read books based on superheroes. And I'm not talking about comic books or any of the Marvel books like that, where technically it is a book about superheroes. I'm talking about books where in the world they physically have people with superhuman strength and they're superpowers. And like, I don't know, that really got me and I really liked it. And you know, I love superheroes, I love Marvel, I love DC, and I went through that phase and I just wanted to share with you some of my top superhero books that I read during that phase. The first book that I'm going to talk to you about is Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. So Steelheart is not the average, oh, I get superpowers and I'm gonna save the world type of superhero book. Basically, the premise of this book is people have powers, and instead of trying to save everybody, they instead decided to become evil oppressors and dictators. A very realistic view of what might happen if people did get superpowers. And the main character, in fact, doesn't even have powers. He is a regular human whose goal is to defeat Steelheart, who is a villain with really big powers. He appears undefeatable. The main character, David, is trying to defeat him with a group of fellow humans called the Reckoners. Honestly, I find this book so intriguing, and there are more in the line. It's not just a standalone. It's a really good book if you want a nice superhero novel that's not your average save the day because we have superpowers book, then I 100% would recommend Steelheart by Brandon Sanderson. The next book I want to talk to you guys about is Forging Hephaestus by Drew Hayes. So I don't physically have this book because I read it on Audible, but this book was amazing. It is basically another not your typical superhero story. It is a story where this girl named Tori gets recruited into a villains guild to learn how to become a true villain. It's really good, especially when it's told from the perspective of the quote-unquote bad guys, and the heroes of the world, who they call capes, are portrayed as the antagonists almost. It's a really good story and it really makes you think about what really is good and what really is bad. Totally recommend Forging Hephaestus by Drew Hayes. 10 out of 10, and it's not a standalone. More books are coming in the future, though it has not been released yet. But you know, as soon as it does, I'm about to get that, because you know, oof, so good. Alright, the next book I would like to talk to you guys about is Renegades by Marissa Meyer. So Marissa Meyer is a pretty well-known author with her series The Lunar Chronicles, which is adored by many, including moi. The Lunar Chronicles is what started my love for retellings, but This is not about the Lunar Chronicles. This is about Renegades, Marissa Meyer's other series, which has nothing to do with space princesses. Anyway, enough gushing on Marissa Meyer, let's get into the actual book. So, Renegades is like Forging Hephaestus told from the villain's point of view. The main character, Nova, is attempting to get rid of the Renegades, which is what they call the Hero Association, because she wants revenge on them, basically, for something that they did, which I will not reveal in this, as it would be a spoiler. Okay, so Nova is with the villains trying to infiltrate the Renegades and dismantle them from the inside. However, she meets some people and some things happen and things get messy and ooh, yeah, really good. Lots of superpowers and and you know, some of them even have really basic superpowers that you wouldn't even think would be a superpower, but they are. And the characters are really intriguing. The romance is a little bit but you know, still really good. But yes, Renegades, really good, especially if you love Marissa Meyer. Definitely pick this up if you haven't already. And then I'm pretty sure another book is coming out. It may even be out yet. Haven't checked. But yeah, it's really good. Totally recommend if you like stories from the villain's perspective, or superhero stories, or just really good sci-fi. Okay, so the final book I would like to talk to you about is another book which I do not physically have on me because I lent it out to my aunt so she could read it. Anyway, this book is Superpowers by Drew Hayes. Yes, that is the same guy who wrote Forging Hephaestus, which I talked about earlier. I saved the best for last. Superpowers was amazing. I loved it, 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 and it doesn't get as much recognition as it should be, and oh my god, this is just such a good book, guys. If you like superhero books, read it. If you like books with a bunch of different plots, read it. If you like books that are really long and really thick, read it. The last book in the Superpowers series is 60 hours long on audiobook. 60 hours. Oh my god. My heart was just so good. Anyway, Superpowers takes place in a world where there are people who possess superhuman abilities, and these people are called supers. I know, original. But, get this, there is also another race of super ability people, but the catch is, they don't know how to control their powers. Well, it's not that they don't know how to, it's that they physically don't have the ability to control whatever powers they have. This group is called Powards, and in this story, a group of, I believe, 5 Powards go through a experimental procedure that turns them into supers. And they are thus enrolled into Lander Academy, the Hero Certification Program. Not all supers are heroes. They have to go through a superhero certification program at college in order to become heroes. It's really good. All the characters, I love them, and each book takes place over the course of a year, and it's the 4 years of college that they're in, trying to become certified heroes, but also trying to keep their secret as that they were former Powards, because if news got out that Powards could become supers, it would be hectic chaos. But then there's also a big overarching plot, and then day-to-day struggles, and the battle scenes are amazing, and Drew Hayes is an amazing author who deserves more credit, and sorry, it's really good. If you don't take anything else from this video, please take this. Read Superpowers. It's so good, and I'm gushing. I might devote an entire video to this by itself, because that book really touched me, and I finished it because the last book came out a few months ago, and honestly, I still don't know what to do with my life. This book is the one that sparked my superhero readings, and it's really good. 10 out of 10, would recommend. If you like Harry Potter, if you like superheroes, if you just like good books, if you like sci-fi, read this. It's so good. I can't even. So those were my superhero book recommendations that are all somewhat different from the regular I get powers and I'm gonna try to fight crime archetype for superheroes. All of these books were amazing and I completely urge you to read all of them, and or at least give them a try. And if you're not usually reading superhero books, then pick one of these up. Maybe it'll change your mind and get you to read them. They're really good. So all in all, that's pretty much all I had to say on the subject of my superheroes. I love them. If you have any superhero books that you love, leave them in the comments below, because even though I'm over my need to only read superhero books, I still adore the genre. So if you have any of them that I didn't mention, well, please put them in the comments, because I'm always looking for more books to consume. But yeah, if you liked this video, be sure to leave it a like, got something to say, comment it below, and if you want to see more of my face, click that subscribe button. Alright, that's all I have today. Bye! Okay, if you were wondering, my shirt says Science Matters, and I got it at the Museum of Science and Industry at Chicago, and I really like it because it's a pun, because science and matter, get it? And then the SC in science is, I think, scandium. See, I know that because I took chemistry over the summer, which is partially why I didn't do any videos. Sorry about that, but I love this hoodie so much.